What's good with it, YouTube? You already know, Big Flocka with a convict's perspective, and I'm gonna smash, dash, and slide on through that little bit of energy, man. What's cracking, people? I hope everybody's having a blessed day, man. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna give you guys a little moment real quick to do that real quick. All right, let's get to it. So, Weddle, from Sanho, Sureño from VSM, showed up on a podcast called Street Pulse podcast. He gave about an hour and 15-minute interview. Much more positive podcast, from down south, but really good dudes, that I know of. And he had a good message in there, man. He also got to discuss a little bit about me. And for about 12 to 13 minutes, he was discussing me, and I appreciate the way he addressed it. Said that I was a good dude. Everything he said was pretty much 100% accurate. You know what I'm saying? As far as how I remember it, I was there when his homeboy died. He called me up, man, and we were on the phone for about an hour, maybe longer. And I used to check up on him on all that, man. When I talk about that, I'm really a person who tries to help people. That's the reality of it, man. I know with all the negativity that we see on YouTube nowadays, and with basically what you call people in the shadows, that are have a different motive, is what I'm gonna go with. Don't always see those things. They don't want to cast negativity. They don't want to look at fault. And in general, no human is not without fault. So we're all gonna make mistakes from time to time, man. That's just the reality of it, man. But I do appreciate the way Weddle addressed it, man. He said he feels I'm a good dude, and whatnot. Now, what's my opinion on his reason? I get it. No, nobody wants any unnecessary headaches or whatnot. You know what I mean? So I respect that, man. But I don't think it's not going to put nobody's life in danger. The only person's life that's in danger is me. If you're a civilian, a citizen, and you reobtain that and are a family man, then there should be no consequences for anybody's actions, because you're no longer part of that lifestyle. And that's the only thing that I want people to understand, that in order to have a positive message and convey that to the youth, we sometimes have to put certain beliefs or certain things ahead of that old mentality. You know what I'm saying? Worried about what others think of you or whatnot. I dare like how he said he's his own man, because I really believe he is. But it's easy to get caught up in the wrath of things. My whole thing is, what am I doing today? You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, where can I help someone out? What can I do to help myself out, my family out? And it's unfortunate that the people that really have a limited role even in that lifestyle are sometimes the ones that try to have the biggest influence, and a negative influence at that. And it's going to happen from time to time. But if I'm not worried about it, I don't know why the next man should worry about it. You know what I mean? That's my path to cross. That's my cross to carry. No one's else's, man. But I respect it either way. It was a lot better than the first one I seen, which I kind of didn't really appreciate, but I didn't really go in on it, because I think Weddle's a good dude, good people, and our conversations were just as they were. They were about positivity, about helping people, about what their life was like for us. It wasn't about no prison politics. It wasn't about no household business. It wasn't about any of that kind of stuff. It was about trying to help people, trying to be men, and showing that people from two different backgrounds could sit there and have a, mutual friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault anybody for whatever choice they make, because that's a choice they got to make. Nobody else can make it for anybody. As much as people like to criticize everybody, myself, Weddle, or anybody else, at the end of the day, your opinion doesn't really always matter. You know what I'm saying? You need to worry about your own family, your own household at times, or the people who are in the immediate area that ask for your help. Trying to sit there and critique every individual and find fault, you're going to find things. You're going to find a whole lot of things. But as far as in this, man, I'm glad that he actually came on the channel. I'm glad that he went on there and he voiced his message, because Weddle has a powerful message when he talks, man. He has an emotion to him that it radiates off other people, and it makes you feel good about having an association with them, guys. There's not too many people that I've met in this YouTube world that give off that vibe, that positiveness, that they mean what they say. It's in their heart. You know what I mean? There's too much negativity sometimes, and everybody's pointing everybody this way. And I get sucked up into that from time to time because I'm gonna defend myself. I don't give a fuck who it is, you know. But you know, I wish there was more Weddles in the YouTube world. It'd be a much better place. It would be, you know, easier to convey a positive message and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because people respect when people keep it 100, regardless if they agree with it or not. You have to respect it, man. You know, choices are made sometimes, and people don't always understand them. You know, and you know, some of the most shockingly things I've noticed recently is that you get dudes, right? Like, and I'm just keeping it 100, that would just really get the business sometimes, man, and that are not even Norteños, that are outside the circle, who feel they can speak on shit. That's a big no-no. You ain't supposed to talk about no Norteño business or no NF business, regardless of what our status is. That's who we are, pretty much business too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of mystifies me, that why all of a sudden do people feel the need that they can just speak on N or NF business, as far as they're not even Northerners, right? And the same ones that are speaking on it are the same ones that will associate with other dudes that are in no good standings. See, me and the homie Chongo were talking the other day. There's no layers to this. There's no, you know, this person did that, this person did that. Because sometimes people pick and choose what they want to push because they have a personal dislike or they find it amusing. You know what I'm saying? I can name about 3 other people that are on YouTube that either fucking SNY debriefed or told them damn selves. And I don't see no energy being put that way at all. And even if you mention, hey, why don't you say something to that person? You know what they do? They don't say shit. Come on, man. Don't let the smooth taste fool you guys. You know, anyways, let me get back to the Weddle. Where I'm going at with this is that when you decide to change your life, bro, it doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter what the next man past is. You know what I mean? It's you trying to make change in other people. Because if we were to sit there and worry about people's past, then a lot of us wouldn't even talk to each other today. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? People are so caught up in things that they have no understanding of, or they don't understand the emotions or the feelings or whatever is going on. You could easily say, oh, you wouldn't do this or do that. But you can't say that until you're in those shoes. And the majority of the time, the ones that are saying that are the ones that aren't even part of the group or never even had any type of rank or status, man. Because the real ones ain't gonna creep like that. That's the truth of it. You know what I mean? How do I know that? I was part of that shit for a long, long time. I know that for a fact. There's dudes that are active to this day that I either recruited or schooled, that are active to this day, you know. And I know what the training is. You know, I know what the expectation is. And you know, it's just unfortunate that, you know, someone like Weddle was basically played out of pocket, man. Because I don't care. I think that shit was set up. I think it was set up, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess he doesn't, but I think it was. Just from me watching it, they were making comments before the video, if you noticed, when it started. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it. They were talking about wires and all kinds of shit at the beginning of the video. They had that set up, bro. And I think a lot of it was because, potentially because I texted people from down south that said some things that were kind of, you know what I'm saying, not cool regarding Norteños. You know, two rappers. You know what I mean? I called it like it was. I kept it 100 and I said what I said. And sometimes people don't like that. So it's the most easiest way to attack that. Find someone else to fucking do it. You know? I could be wrong. It's just a hypothesis. But I hope Weddle maybe considers doing something. I kind of agree with the YouTube stuff not being on YouTube for him. Because no matter what he does or doesn't do, there's always going to be people that are criticizing. It's almost to the point to where you fucking might as well put your fucking comments, everybody on silent, you know what I mean? You know? And the worst part of it, man, is like this. Is a lot of the drama. There's a lot of people who like to feel drama. You know, I was talking to fucking, you know, another channel this morning, well-known channel. You probably know who I'm talking about. And I was like, you know, I was talking about 209 and Bean, right? And I'm like, you know what? I don't really care about that shit. I told him, man. I go, my only issue with all that, you know what I'm saying? I go 209. I go, anytime I've heard anything, I've always confronted him. He can admit that. I've always hit him up on the phone or message and said, this is what I heard. I never sugarcoated. Went in directly to the source. So I never really had no issues, even though there was people that were saying certain things in the past. I at least fucking gave him the fucking, one-on-one to go talk to him on the phone, whatever. Being, being it just kind of shocks me a little bit because I don't have no issues with being, but what I said was true. This is the only issue I have with being was you used to come on my lives. I used to jump on your lives. You were a member. You were all this. We had no beef. We seen each other at the fight. You can't say you felt that way the whole time because then otherwise you were fake the whole time then. That's my only opinion of it. And I'm not here to talk shit. It is what it is because everything that's known now was known back then. And that's just me keeping it real. And to sit there and attack and do all that. That's what I'm saying. That's how this game gets played. Is people use whatever they can as leverage against other people. So, that's my opinion on that. And I keep on hearing it mentioned, so I'm going to bring that up too. And, when I go out there, I'm not, on my terms, I will stop by. I ain't tripping, bro. We can either shake hands or it can go either way, any other way you want. I'm not even tripping. I don't have to sit there and act like a gangster, man. Nobody has to be a gangster to be about their business or be about that action. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you feel you're in no wrong in your actions, that you feel you were attacked first. Other than that, I didn't attack anybody. That phone call could have been made from the top. Hey, what's up with that interview you did? Instead of just fucking doing this. And that's just my whole personal opinion. Other than that, I got nothing to say about them. I'm not going to sit there and talk shit. People came in the live, they go into my live, and they go back and forth. They try to stir pot. It's not worth my time. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to be here, then it can be talked about. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not tripping any way it goes. I'm not trying to be a gangster. I'm not trying to be nothing like that. This is me being me. Anybody that knows me or knows me out in the streets, even after everything happened, this is who the fuck I am. I'm never going to be no one's bitch or no punk. But I'm not going to be disrespecting people from a distance because I think that's a Peseta act and it's a cowardice act. And that's not what I'm going to do. I may say what I'm saying now, but that's just where I'm at. So as far as me, I even tried hitting up one of them yesterday. Like, hey, hit me up. When all this happened, even I showed Gunner the thing too. The second day, I said, man, what? I tried getting at people. No one responded. So all this, I did this or I did that. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Me, I go through diplomatic procedures first and foremost. I only respond when I get attacked first. So always remember that. But other than that, I'm not gonna even give my time or energy because it ain't gonna hurt or help my channel. And that's just the truth of it. And so that's the kind of stuff that you go on in YouTube, man. People get pressure, people switch up. You never know what is the truth before you. And that's because of all the fucking unnecessary bullshit. It's draining, it's tiring at times. And sometimes you ask yourself, is it all worth it? Because when I came in this YouTube thing, I wanted to just push a positive message. And at times we were like, oh, we can't do that because we're not getting the views. So I started the real talk for a minute, right? And damn, my things. Hold on. Anyways, man, back to the Weddle interview. It was good though. Weddle always has good messages, man. The one thing I'm gonna ask him though, or not ask him, I'm gonna suggest to him. You don't need to explain nothing to nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you do. Don't make them feel like you have to explain yourself to anybody. Be who you are. Your actions reflect a lot brighter than a lot of other individuals that I've met, you know what I'm saying, throughout my career. You know what I'm saying? So just be yourself, man. Associate with who you want to associate with. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You pay your taxes. You take care of your family. And you're a man. You make choices for you, your family, and nobody else. And I think you can do that. But all that explaining, you don't have to do that, man. Because the minute you're explaining, you're giving control back over to those who are influenced still by the gangs. You're supposed to be making that change for those people. Just remember that. It's just my advice, brother. That's for everybody else, man. It is what it is sometimes on YouTube, man. Shit gets crazy. We're going to keep it moving, though, right? Anyways, this is your boy Flacco, man. Convicts Perspective, man. Hey, I'm going to do a couple interviews later on today, hopefully. we'll see what we get cracking, man, before the weekends. But you know, like I said, all the negativity, I'm a phone call away. You know what I mean? Because you know, and I will drive up. Trust me, I will. That's not that like a badass. So like I hear that being brought up over and over again. I think I said in my video is, oh, we'll get to that later. I know where you live. I do. You know what I mean? I've been known for like over a year. Shit, I know where everybody lives. It's not too hard. Everybody knows where I live. Shit. I mean, as far as within the circle, you know, and that's not a threat because I'm not gonna sit there and do something in the household. You know what I'm saying? It's me fucking going to address an issue that keeps on being brought up and shit. So that's on my time though. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I have no expectations when I get there. I don't really care. You know, and it could be 3 weeks. It could be a week from today. It could be fucking 4 months from today. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't just jump because people want me to jump. But that's where I stand on. I'm not even gonna talk shit. They can keep on talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole better agenda that I have going in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. You had people who tried to write the movie producer. You had people who tried to write the person that I just interviewed. I've been having all kinds of shit that's been thrown at me, man. And see, the only reason why I'm still around is because of this shit. Because I'm not going to make anybody feel like they can push me off anywhere because I ain't no one's bitch or no punk. And that goes for any channel out there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to leave on my time. I was ready to go about fucking like a month ago. I was like, man, I'm cool. Everything's calm and shit. Really no issues. You know? But I guess you're going to have to put up with me for a little bit longer because, hey, I'm not going to go out like that. Anyways, this is Black Converse Perspective. I hope everybody have a positive day. Do what you do. I'm out.